will welcome the cooler weather that it brings, and we should be up for an entertaining tie tonight, especially considering the history between these sides. So Governance side hoping to return to winning ways in domestic competition, a side that's won only 4 matches in the 17 that they've played so far this campaign, with 6 losses and indeed the 7 draws. Mashiane and Nazir Ali showing his experience defensively. Another one of the 35-year-old players on the pitch currently. Now, flag stays down. Meza looks to tee it up for Kutumela! And Maritzburg United hit the front inside 15 minutes, but they will be hoping that they can hold on to the lead against the Soweto side, unlike their round of 16 Nedbank Cup match against Orlando Pirates. Kutumela finds his 6th goal of the season, half a dozen in the league, plus 2 in cup competitions, and a man who finds himself with 8 goals across all competitions. But we go back to the beginning here.
Sharp, slick. You were talking Nazir Ali. He wins position up against that Mashiane. Sets up, you know, that man Ali Meza. Now he was on the right hand side. Sets up the man who has been so instrumental. Look at his vision, because he was seeing the captain himself. It is Kutumela. Such slick passing, the running. And yes, the coach has to applaud that. It started from the back and clinical finishing.
Ball was played through, no concern about offside there. And then here, well,
yeah, there is
that is an offside.
It is a definite offside.
You can see the assistant referee from where he was. He's not going to see it because he was slightly behind the action.
Yes, he was caught for pace. That way,
yeah.
Because it was just too quick.
So that is an intriguing one. And that will certainly not be something that Cameron Hunt and the rest of his team will appreciate. Klolane picks up possession. Shandu receives the 1-2, and the header is there! Slomwane had a glorious opportunity to carve out the 2-0 lead, and he has missed it after a magnificent build-up. A glorious chance spurned.
You can say that. A glorious chance spurned. I mean, they've unlocked that defense. There can never be any problem in terms of the delivery, in terms of the height as well. All that he needed to do was to get it on target.
Meanwhile, Maritzburg United looking to return here, and a powerful effort that is parried by Akbar in the Chiefs' goal. What are we looking at? Half a dozen shots at goal, 2 on target for Maritzburg here?
They've had more initiatives than Chiefs have, but there's this man as well who seems to be fired up.
Mashiane working it out wide. Manyama. It's a danger area here where Zulu looks to bring it in. Frostler's close and unmarked. Header in on target. That's the first shot on target. And the first shot of the game, and it's come from the man who's committed 5 of the 8 fouls Chiefs have conceded.
They did not defend well. They will be the first to admit Maritzburg. One is the header, which is on target.
To get away from the Chiefs midfield, beats Frostler, gets the pass into Meza, who's on that far side looking for the cutback here. Meza keeps the ball in play, down he goes, no penalty. There was no way that Tignani was in any way interested in that being a penalty. Turned around immediately. Now upfield there's an injury concern.
I think that ball was out. One.
No.
You reckon it wasn't out, do it?
No, that certainly wasn't out. The entire sphere of the ball needs to go over the, so it's kept in play.
Hey, look at Gezana just diving there.
It's Cardozo. Classing away. Onside is Musiamedi looking to test here, potentially create space for himself to make it 2! And he is denied by the frame. Judas Musiamedi, who I think everybody in the stadium thought would steer that ball home, somehow managed to beat 2 defenders, turn, create space for himself, and then fire a ball to beat the keeper.
You've come to expect this sort of situations because you look at the pass, you make the pass through the center, you lose possession, and they get it back onto Judas. He's sandwiched by 2 players. cuts onto the left-hand side, pulls the trigger, just denied by the crossbar. But they're leaving dangerously, and understandably so, Chiefs.
Zwade. Chance here, thumped goal bound. Was that Nazir Ali who got the block in?
I think it's him or the goalkeeper.
They were standing alongside one another, but Manyama hit an absolute cracker.
He's playing much better in the second half because he's got ample space to maneuver, not an outright strike.
Ali.
Nazir Ali.
This is positioning.
That.
Oh. Ball out wide from Parker in towards new men on. Bacchus. Glancing header here. Chance to put it in. And Kaizer Chiefs have found a goal. And what a celebration as Manyama gets on the end of one, steers it into the back of the net. A late chance against the Maritzburg side who failed to manage matches previously. And they have been punished once again late on.
How many times have we been talking about this football being cruel? You create chances, you don't bury the opponent, they get one chance.
Oh,
is there a touch of offside? Yes, there is.
So both goals are offside in this tie.
Both goals are offside. But this was definitely offside. Just like the Maritzburg goal.
And that is the end of the tie. It is ended 1-1 in a match that has certain talking points that might court controversy, but Ernst Middendorp is, well, to say unsatisfied would be an understatement. But two offside calls, a couple of calls on fouls that might be debated long after this. But a match that was certainly entertaining, in a sense, a game of two halves. It is Maritzburg United who led at the break, but Chiefs who fight back for a point away from home.
Coach, you know, in football we talk about a game of two halves. Literally, that's what it was. You look at your opening half, almost near perfect. Okay.
It's nothing, sorry, probably optic. I mean, if you look into it from outside, but it's very clear. We have a very clear structure in terms of our setup, a very high intensity. And of course, if you have the high intensity in the first half scene, then take the payment. And the payment should have been coming up with a second goal. I think the header only just from I think Sanisa with a cross, a better chance you can't get. It would have been 2-0, the payment would have been done, and we are aware about it. We are aware about it. It's not happened by accident or that this team all of a sudden is coming to life. No, we are aware about it that, of course, if you go this intensity in the first half, then I know with the players we have, probably we get a second chance, and we had one or two second chances where we could have really buried the game with 2-0 and nobody can do. In the end, it was pressure, of course, coming in from this team from Johannesburg, no doubt about it. But in the end, I think we should have scored the second goal. I think that was for me the turning point. I'm not talking about first half, second half. Score the second goal, then you get the calmness in. But on the other side, compliment our start, 3 games now, and the points we picked up so far, step by step, and we move on.
Are you seeing, when you talk about moving on, are you seeing the improvement game after game?
Yeah. We had a very serious talk on the 13th of February after we lost the Friday game. We replaced players. We sent players home for a certain reason, not because they are bad players. They're all good players. But at a certain time, you must say, in the situation where we are in, we need players who are really prepared for it, to pull you out and to work together, and that was a little bit crappy at that time. Good, you must see today players. Judas is not 100% fit. He has a little bit of a knee problem. You must see Clayton Daniels is not available. Travis Graham, meanwhile, very, very crucial. Bomlani Changase played the first game today, I think, since 5 months for the last 15 minutes. Some players came in, not really in the process of working with other teams. So far now, again, directing to the 20th of March, our next game, take a little bit of recovery time and then moving forward. I see it coming, and I know we take time, we need time, but I hope we will make it till the end of the season.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Coach, quite laborious in the first half, finding it so difficult to break it down from your side.
Oh, I thought it was quite entertaining, actually.
No, entertaining, but it was heavy lifting from your side to try and break them down. If you look at the number of chances that they had and the dominance, but obviously that changed in the second.
I think the first half, Carol, I think we gave the ball away in like simple, especially on our left-hand side. We gave the ball away simply, you know, you don't expect it from this level. So we got to be better. And they play, and then the turnover comes, and then they're at you, you know. And we were playing opposite to the ball in terms of the ball's coming forward, and we were going at it, you know. And then it goes behind you, and then it's a chase. And so they got the goal, they got a lifeline, and then they got a. I thought we started quite well the first 10 minutes. We looked okay. We, you know, played through the lines a bit better. But then we got to try and play football. Our team can't play if it has to go direct, you know, with the team that we had. So second half obviously changed it, and then obviously, you know, we were a totally different side. And I mean, okay, they hit the crossbar, to be fair, but I mean, Nazir Ali, he did it for me for 3 years. I've never seen a guy clear the ball off the line like that. I mean, he hit him straight in the head and could have gone anywhere. So yeah, give and take. We came back, good spirit from the players, good attitude, good desire. Most important thing, and we showed that, you know, and I'm happy they got some rewards because they put it in tonight, and that's all we can do.
You said very different if you look at the CAF Club competition and the Prem, but when you look at the performance, you know, on the balance of players, you said you're happy with how they performed today.
Well, you know, as I said, I mean, I get criticised because I think the Champions League is much slower. You know, it's a slower game. Here in the PSL, it's 100 miles an hour. The ball's going back to front, back to front, back to front, back to front. So, you know.